exciting, heart-wrenching, alluring, or solemn. Songs that connect with listeners from the moment they press play. Songs that left a mark in 2023. In this episode, let's celebrate some of the best songs released by 2D groups and male Seiyuu artists in 2023, according to me, after reviewing 120 CDs by male Seiyuu artists, bands, units, and 2D groups and rap crews. Let's kick off this episode of Seiyuu Lounge. Welcome to Seiyuu Lounge, I am your host Vanessa, and today's topic is 10 best songs released by male Seiyuu artists and 2D groups in 2023. This is the type of episode in which I had to transform my list of over 60 favorite songs released in 2023 into a brief top 10. So what can you expect in this episode? I'll be sharing with you which were my 5 best songs released by male Seiyuu artists and simultaneously the 5 best songs by 2D groups. This distinction is made in order to celebrate both the projects and the solo artists active in the music industry. Please notice that I did not rank any of the songs in this episode because, well, I can't. Depending on what I want to experience or the energy boost I need, these songs may shuffle their ranks. As such, I will be talking about the best songs released in 2023 after reviewing 120 different CDs this year from over 10 different 2D music projects and over 8 male Seiyuu artists and bands. How did I choose the songs for this episode? Quality of the vocals, first and foremost. Quality of the instrumentals, which is to say, how well they convey a story, how unique they are, which is also to say, not sounding like anything else out there, as well as how intricate they may be. Also, the best entries in the CD they are from. And to wrap it all up, overall enjoyment listening to the songs for the very first time, but also after reviewing them. As it is tradition with this type of feature, you will find an extended Spotify playlist of over 60 songs that I consider the most impressive released this year, all in the description below. Any of those songs could be featured in this episode, but to spare you sitting through an over 40-minute long episode, I try to keep things short, giving you just a snippet of what you will find in the playlist. Now, without further ado, let's talk about the 5 best songs by 2D groups and Seiyuu units. Sir Vanity with Tome na Watashi. Sir Vanity performed acid jazz with a hint of city pop. This is something I did not expect to write or say in 2023, but yet here we are. The rock band fronted by Yoshiki Nakajima and Yuichiro Umehara was on top of its game in 2023, releasing the stylish Midnight Sun, and with it was this Pearl. Tome no Watashi is perfect on all fronts. The soundscape is dreamy and warm, while at the same time the vocals and the whole composition give off stylish vibes. Not only that, but in Tome no Watashi, the voice mix in the chorus is ridiculously good. Yoshiki Nakajima taps into his tenor range and brings out his head voice, high notes and falsetto, while at the same time, Yuichiro Umehara goes low on his vocal range, tapping into bass vocal range territory to create a mesmerizing contrast in the chorus. It is stylish, well done, and yet again puts the spotlight on both vocals at the same time. Their vocals harmonizing the clarity in both and that elegant Rhodes piano and funky guitar and punchy bassline combo made it easily one of the best songs released in 2023 and also one of my favorites. Trignal with Tashikani Bokurawa. Tashikani Bokurawa is single-handedly Trignal's best song released to date. It is unreal how mature and stylish it sounds, not to mention that the vocals are in perfect harmony with each other as well as with the instrumental. This is what happens when a song is perfectly tailored to the vocals of a group, and what you get is basically a banger. And when a group grows and matures, this is the stylish sound you should get. I was surprised with the group going for down-tempo space disco for this song, but it was the perfect addition. Incomplete Ruler by Riko Nanase, voiced by Kensho Ono, and Ten Kujo, voiced by Soma Saito. Imperfect Ruler is, oddly enough, a perfect song featuring a memorable performance by two outstanding singers. Yes, that's how I'm going to start this section. This is a unique performance as duets are rare in the Idolish 7 franchise, and especially the characters teamed up for this performance had never gotten the opportunity to take the stage together. Incomplete Ruler arrives with the dreamy atmosphere of muffled piano melodies and longing guitar riffs before leaving the stage open for the vocals to shine. You can tell this song is gentle from that point on. The bridge provides an awesome chance to hear both the harmonies between Kensho Ono and Soma Saito, as well as their cannons and ad-lib riffing in the background. This is a performance with a lot of heart and emotion going on, and when that outro kicks in, with their long notes, the choir behind, and the heightening of the tension in the instrumental, you can't help but feel incredibly invested in this track. You will feel drawn into this song, and that outro may even end up making you feel goosebumps all over you. For sure, I felt those when the outro kicked in. Another reason the song clicked with me was how brilliantly the composition was made. The song kicks off in a way that only solitude can be felt. The piano is the only element there to guide vocals, but as the story progresses in the lyrics and the voices come together, thus the feelings come together, the instrumental changes dynamics and introduces more elements. As the song wraps up and those feelings are there in the open for all to see and hear, the instrumental is beautifully rich. This is storytelling through music, and I absolutely love it. Storytelling-wise, this song is a marvel, and when it comes to the vocals, I was expecting an emotional performance, but nothing as technical and as impressive as what Riku, voiced by Kensho Ono, and Ten, voiced by Soma Saito, delivered in this performance. Gyroaxia, All My Parts. Gyroaxia took the summer by storm for me with the massive release of All My Parts. This digital single is exactly the perfect direction for Gyroaxia, the follow-up that I have been waiting for to Freestyle, a song that shows the band's maturity and picks up perfectly from where they left off things in their massive EP. Melodic and aggressive, Gyroaxia's All My Parts is a rock anthem that will make you shout and sing along to the powerful lyrics, fully performed in English, whilst experiencing goosebumps all over you. This song is what rock music is all about. Powerful messages and sound. Anthos with Regret. Regret is one of the highlights in Anthos' repertoire, and yes, it is one of the best songs released in 2023. This year, Anthos kept on bringing surprises to the table, with all members challenging themselves in the Think of Me CD series. In Regret, the soundscape is ethereal, but not as wide as the previous tracks. This time around, everything is kept close to the listener, with the instrumental sounding tighter in comparison. The bass line cranked, contrasting with the jaunty piano melody and bassy synth stabs. As far as the instrumental goes, it was already sounding insanely well. But what made me instantly say that this is the best song in this CD are the performances. There are so many crazy and unexpected things going on the vocal end. The rapping duo went for a mix of singing and rapping in their parts, sounding much more melodic than ever. Shunichi Toki and Shun Horie were in complete control of the high notes, leading the way for the group that performs the chorus completely in falsetto. And speaking of falsetto, have you paid close attention to Seiichiro Yamashita's solo long falsetto part in the outro? Well, that part is a thing of beauty and a delightful surprise coming from Yamashita. I found myself needing to listen to that part and the entire song again and again. There are so many layers and intricate vocal details that you won't catch with just one listen, and honestly, why would you stop at just one listen of this massive tune? I know for sure that this song was on repeat for me since I reviewed it. 5 best songs released by male Seiyuu artists, and we start with KTO's Amber. Early in 2023, KTO released his first EP, Hanabi, and while the whole EP is stellar, there was a song that easily stood out from all due to its laid-back vibes and exclusive sound. Amber is co-composed by KTO and Zach B and features lyrics by KTO. Let me tell you, this song is a delight to listen to. City pop takes over the soundscape, bringing sweet acoustic guitar riffs, dreamy Rhodes piano melodies, and painting everything around you in neon lights as the sun sets. Nostalgia, care, and passion are intertwined in this tune, gently taking you by hand through this jaw-droppingly beautiful soundscape. In a way, listening to this song, I couldn't help but feel like there was extra care to make the listener feel special in the intimate setting that was crafted for this tune. There is something about KTO's music that brings me back more frequently than I expected, and that is because of how stylish his music sounds. He fully embraced city pop music, went all out with a mature approach, and delivered sweet songs that have a feel-good vibe that makes you want to return to them time and time again. I know for sure that I've had this song on repeat for quite a while, and as 2023 wraps up, Amber is undoubtedly one of the best songs released by male Seiyuu artists. YUMO with Hope. While YUMO third album, Y, is all about maturity and good vibes, there were plenty of surprises in there. Hope is one of those surprises, bringing to the spotlight hard rock with hints of hardcore. Yes, YUMO released a hardcore song and it is good, it sounds legit, which may come as a surprise coming from an artist that up until now was known for R&B pop music and the occasional pop rock tune. This is a massive turn of events, and for me, the song that takes the crown as the best YUMO song in Y, and easily one of the most refreshing songs in his repertoire. And this is not me saying this because I love rock, and especially because I love melodic hardcore rock. It is because YUMO completely embodied the concept and delivered a natural performance that suits his voice, fits the narrative, and has a power that is unreal. I was not expecting this, and as such, this song arrives as the biggest surprise of the year for me. If someone told me, yeah, YUMO is going to release a hardcore rock song, I would have said, interesting, but I don't feel like his fans will appreciate it. Well, color me surprised. YUMO really tested his limits and showed that there's much more to him as a performer. He's not just amazing with R&B pop, ballads or pop rock, he's also an absolute machine when it comes to heavy rock music, and in this case melodic hardcore. And it looks like most of his fans actually enjoyed this song. As far as good surprises go in 2023, YUMO Hope is one of the biggest and most surprising. I would love to see him continuously challenging himself while evolving as an artist. The occasional heavy rock tune would be a treat, and I'll say it again, it suits YUMO like a glove. Gotta love how gentle he can be while actually fitting such a heavy rock subgenre. Shotawoi with 8th Heaven. 8th Heaven is on a league of its own. This is a song that really capitalizes on the fact that Shotawoi has an angelic voice. The soundscape is dreamy, I love the unexpected R&B twist in it, showcasing yet again the versatility that Aoi has, and making me wish he would perform R&B music with more frequency. Down-tempo and with R&B influences, the song has a shuffle-like beat, sweet acoustic guitars panned to each side of your headphones, and beautiful backing vocals. This song feels like a dream. As soon as it kicks off, it is unbelievable how beautiful and ethereal the soundscape is, while Shotawoi delivers a performance with a hint of raspiness in the mix. This song is a unique experience that deserves to be listened to with headphones and your eyes closed. It feels otherworldly, and honestly, I'm all in for it. This is easily one of the best songs of the year and one of Shotawoi's most beautiful performances to date. Tetsuya Kakihara with Best Wishes. Best Wishes goes all out with summer vibes, bringing atmospheric synths and piano accents to create a beautiful and wide soundscape. This song is a big reason why I say that pop music can be done right, sound mature, fun and addictive. In the past couple of years, Kakihara has improved a lot his singing, and with it, his sound also matured and got tweaked to a point in which he sounds amazing. In Waratete, album released by Kakihara during the summer, you will find close to its end the song Best Wishes. Even with all the changes Kakihara has made to his sound, this song still arrives as a big surprise in tone and sound. This is a fun, summer-themed song that as soon as the intro kicks in, the instrumental closes that soundscape and gets close to you, keeping a tight beat as funky guitar riffs and a punchy bass line lead the way. This is a groovy song through and through, while keeping things incredibly simple and interesting. I love the vocal direction in the chorus, matching the synth stabs while grooving all the time. The mix between a tiptoeing singing style and the clean legato Kakihara style in the verses is also something that made me repeat this song more than once, just to take in just how simple yet amazing those little details on the vocal end are. Best Wishes is easily the highlight of this mini album and one of the best songs released in 2023. Mamoru Miyano with Quiet Explosion. It is a rare sight having Mamoru Miyano experimenting with his sound. However, in 2023, fans got to see and hear the unique things that Miyano can do when he blends orchestral music with rock and hip-hop music. Quiet Explosion arrived with a bang, completely overshadowing most of the songs released in April 2023. The beat is tight, the synths aren't overbearing, and the song is robust and serious enough, straying away from Miyano's usual laid-back or sweet vibe. It also and almost feels like returning to the New Order era, but if it had been given a mature instead of a sexy vibe. It is more grounded yet as powerful or more than New Order, and I love this a whole lot, especially because this time around, those high notes that were auto-tuned in New Order are clean, clear and natural high notes in Quiet Explosion. This goes to show that Miyano doesn't need any fancy trick to sound good. And what Miyano pulled off on the vocal end is a delight as well. If he's experimenting with his sound is rare, then he's changing his singing style or challenging himself on the vocal end with new things is even rarer. His R&B singing style is easily among the best I've heard by a Seiyuu artist. And in this song he paired it up with his rock style of singing. So you get a melodic yet powerful performance made in quite a unique tone, as you will notice in the chorus. Power with self-control leads up to a stellar performance in Quiet Explosion. Twenty 2023 was much quieter than 2022, but it still provided us with a lot of quality songs and memorable performances. And there was plenty of good music in the widest variety of music genres you can think of. In a way, 2023 was more about going back in time for most pop artists that brought synthwave disco music in its two new iterations, basically nu disco and space disco. At the same time, some Seiyuu artists changed things around and brought a more muscular rock sound than ever before. If you are a rock fan like me, then you may have noticed or enjoyed most of the rock songs released this year by what you would usually say pop artists, and even by 2D music projects. The fact that rock music keeps on having a presence in 2D music is quite awesome. And of course, most of the artists focused on growing and showcasing maturity in 2023 reflects on the harmonious tone or vibe you get when you listen to the playlist I curated for you. As I mentioned at the start of this episode, in the description below you will find a direct link to the playlist on Spotify, and in the next couple of days head over to handthatfeedshq.com to check an extended written feature about the best songs released in 2023. Now tell me, which songs released in 2023 had you on the edge of your seat or were on replay for you? Let me know in the comments on YouTube or Spotify, and remember, leave your comments as complex or as simple as they may be, and you can be featured on upcoming episodes of Seiyuu Lounge. If you enjoyed this episode and don't want to miss the Hand That Feeds HQ's weekly male Seiyuu and music-related content, hit the subscribe button. And if you are listening to these episodes on a podcast listening platform, please consider following the podcast and leaving a review. Leaving a review is really simple and helps other people find the podcast and fall in love with male Seiyuu artists and 2D groups. I'll return next week with another episode of Seiyuu Lounge. Happy holidays and thank you for listening to this episode.